Good morning, dear children. How are you? Hope you are fine at your home. You are missing your school? We teachers are also missing you. I have a quotation for you. Develop a passion for learning. If you do, you will never cease to grow. So don't leave the habit of learning during this lockdown period. Teachers are giving you assignments, sending you the video, and you watch the videos, do your assignments properly, and never give up your study. With this beautiful quotation, we'll start our chapter 2, that is your computer networks. Very interesting. All of you something know about it also, computer networks. In class 6 and 7 you have studied some basic concepts of network also. So now we will study about more about the networks. So what are the topics we'll cover in this lesson? The topics we'll cover here are need for a computer network, types of computer networks, network topologies, network devices, transmission media and protocols. First we'll learn about what is the need for a computer network, or what is a computer network. A computer network is a set of computers or devices connected through cables or wireless connections which facilitate communication and easy data transfer. That means in a computer network is a set of computers or computer devices connected through cables or wireless connections which facilitate communication and easy data transfer. So what are the examples of computer network where we are using these networks and getting the benefits? Banks and ATMs interconnected across multiple cities. Students in a university accessing a research library. Workers in an office sharing printers and fax machines. I will give the live example which you are using in our computer lab. You must have seen, you all are using, whenever you are going to computer lab, you have seen one CPU is shared by 4 computers. And but all the 4 students are getting the benefit of the, means as if they individually working on that computer. That means that CPU is shared by all the 4 computers, or 4 persons can use that one CPU at a time. So these are the advantage of network, where devices also we can share, we can easily data transfer. And whatever next we'll read about need for computer networks. Some I told we want to easily transfer our data and we can share our devices also. So now see, emails or messages are instantly sent to anyone around the globe. All of you know about this also. Documents and information are shared quickly and easily by using email, by using any other chatting media, or by any other sharing. We can send our documents and informations very quickly. Devices such as printers, scanners and fax machines are shared among a group of people, thereby reducing cost. Just as I told, one CPU is shared by 4 computers in our computer lab by reducing the cost of purchasing the CPU. Similarly, other devices like printers, scanners and fax machines can be shared also if the computers will be connected to a network. That means one printer can be connected to all the computers in a lab, and it can be shared by all the users. Like that. Next one is data stored in a central secure location is accessed by multiple users when needed. That means central secure location, here it is your server. Data stored in a server is accessed by multiple users when needed. Databases that are otherwise expensive to access are shared by group of users. The internet is the largest and most commonly used computer network, that all of you know, and using internet all of you are use of internet, all of you know, due to the in internet only we are reaching at you, and this online classes is also going on. I am able to teach you due to this internet only. So it enables users to easily search information. You are using Google, make financial transaction, online banking, shopping, online shopping we are doing, booking hotels, access educational material, stream media contents, etc. So these are the benefits of internet which you are getting, and internet is the largest and most commonly used computer network. Next is your see types of computer networks. Based on their geographical spread, computer networks are categorized into personal area network (PAN), local area network (LAN), metropolitan area network (MAN), and wide area network (WAN). Personal area network PAN, local area network LAN, metropolitan area network MAN, wide area network WAN. So this personal area network, local area network, metropolitan, you all have studied also. This is the smallest network, personal area network. Local area network is a network within a building. Metropolitan area network connects the computers in a city. Wide area network using the whole world is connected, and you can tell it is the internet is the example of your one. Now one by one we'll read about all the different types of network. So let us come to personal area network. So what is this personal area network? Personal area network, this is the smallest network having a range of only few meters. Whenever you are using your Bluetooth to transfer your data from your one mobile to another mobile, or one mobile to computer, one mobile to a computer. So these are your personal area network. In a very small distance you can use this network. Examples of a personal area network are wireless mouse connected to a laptop, a Bluetooth speaker connected to a mobile device, all of you are using at home Bluetooth speaker, a TV and its remote. So these are the devices when you are using, comparing them and using, that is your personal area network. This is the smallest network having a range of only a few meters. Then comes to our local area network. A local area network can cover an area of a building or group of buildings. LAN users can store and share data and use common resources such as printers and fax machines. LANs are widely used in educational institutions and offices. You see, this is the picture of your LAN where few computers can be connected within a building, and they are connected to share their data and resources also. So it is used in LAN users can store and share data and use common resources such as printers and fax machines. LANs are widely used in educational institutions and office. Your computer lab is an example of LAN, and your smart class where all the classrooms, one smart board is there, and all the smart boards are connected to your knowledge center. So it is also one example of LAN only. So in practical life also we are using LAN. Now let us study about what are the advantages of LAN. If for LAN connection, what we are getting the advantage. Sharing of resources. Types of resources are the DVD drive, printers, scanners, modems and hard drives. So these are the devices which can be shared if the computers will be connected through a LAN device. So there is no need to purchase separate resources for each computer, and it saves our money. Sharing of the internet. In offices and net cafes, we can see that one internet connection is shared between all computers. This is also the type of LAN technology in which main internet cable is attached to one server and distributed among attached computers by the operating system. That means internet also can be shared if the computers will be connected in the network. In offices and net cafes, we can see that one internet connection means the internet connection will be in the server, and that this is also a type of using a LAN technology. Main internet cable is attached to one server and distributed among attached computers by the operating system. Next is your securing of data. Keeping data on the server is more secure, and if you want to change or remove any data, you can do it easily on one server computer and other computers can access update data. That means we can keep a copy of the data in the server, and if any changes we want to do, if one copy means in the server will make the change, other computers connected to the server can get the updated data. So this is one benefit, securing of data. Data also secure, and we don't need to change in each and every computer if you want to make any change. So next one is your communication is easy, fast and time saving. In LAN computers can exchange data and messages in the easy and fast way. It also saves time and makes our work fast. Every user can share messages and data with any other user on LAN. The user can log in from any computer on the network and access the same data placed on the server. That means to the server, if data is stored, each other computer connected in the network can log in by using their user ID and password and can access the data stored in the server. So now what are the disadvantages of LAN? Using LAN we can share our data, we can share our devices, and what are the disadvantages of LAN? Data security problem. If the server computer is not set up correctly and there is a leak in security, then unauthorized users can access the data also. So there should be privacy policy and rules set up correctly on the server. Otherwise, the data will be insecure. So means the data can be hacked, it can be used by unauthorized users, means used not, it can be misused by the unauthorized users. And another is your limitation of distance. You know that local area network can work only within a building or in a distance of 1 kilometer to 5 kilometer. So local area networks are usually made within a building or nearby building and cannot extend to the wide area. Then setting up a LAN is expensive. It is expensive to set up LAN because there is special software required to make a server. Also, communication devices like hubs, switches, routers, cables are costly. The special administrator is required to maintain and troubleshoot LAN for a large office. Previous class also have read about system administrator. So we will need a system administrator which will take care of the LAN in a office. So it is expensive to set up. Means although we are getting some benefits using LAN, some disadvantages are also there, but still it is very popular. Next class we will learn about metropolitan area network and wide area network. But today I have one important information for you. There will be a class test of computer science on 26/5/2020 Tuesday, means coming Tuesday at 10 am to 10:20 am. Topics chapter 1 only, user management, data backup and troubleshooting will come. Question pattern will be either MCQ and fill-ups, no long question and no other type of question. A link will be sent to you through Campus Care in the description box and the scheduled date and time. Open the link to get the question paper. It is very easy to appear the test. You log into your Campus Care using your user ID and password. Then in the description box you will find a link is there which I will send at exactly 10 o'clock on 26th. You click on that link, you will get the question paper. Select the correct option for each question, or if fill-ups are there, you write the correct answer and click on the submit button to submit your answer. Okay, it is compulsory for all and all the students will participate. So in today's assignment, I have sent the left out two questions of chapter 1. You write it in your computer copy, and if you can, you send me the PDF format of your copy and I want to check whether you have written or not. Okay, thank you all. Good luck for your exam. Next class will come with other types of network. Thank you.